Hi everybody, welcome back to part 2 of Materia D&D session 118. The Menagerie are doing things. They are defending the 4 monastic forge masters, the Bronzekin, as they try to craft Davis's will into a weapon. Meanwhile, they are fighting off the husk of Agni as it has dropped down amongst them, biting, gnashing, clawing, shooting beams of fire and energy, as well as enveloping itself in a cloak of flames. And we are back at round 3 at the top. Well, I remembered what it was supposed to say after you guys made me laugh. So, screw you guys. I love you guys. But, Dragnar and Karos, as you were like pounding into this creature's exterior, it's just, your hate is not enough.
I'm sorry, but I gotta add a bow chicka bow wow for that. Pounding into his exterior.
Yeah.
Kappa Pride.
Yeah. All right. Top of the round of the 3, Mr. Davis.
Okay. Sorry, chewing a jelly bean.
You're good.
Shit. Alright, I'm abandoning the plan of looking for shit because they need my will. So, I'll grab the first sharp thing I can see, which I'm sure there's something sharp in my bag that's like readily available.
Sure. I mean, I'm assuming you got some daggers and some other things.
I don't
on you
even
as well.
I don't have a dagger anymore because it got fucked up, but there's something. If not, there's something nearby. Grab it. I'll just gash my left hand, and like start squeezing and offering like my blood to these guys and say. And then as it's doing that, I kind of want to roll my martial bonus action in with this, so I will be yelling very loudly throughout the chamber. Although I personally will not be yelling because I don't want to piss off the other people in my house.
The Meg. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just say, I am Davis Cantrell of the Menagerie, of the Crass Menagerie. With this weapon, we shall clear your scourge from this place and take it back. And that'll be like my martial to also give everybody double proficiency bonus for till the end of my next turn, I think.
Yes, to the end of your next turn. So everybody remember your proficiency bonus, which is a 4, is now an 8. Yeah, until the start of your next turn. Is it really? Yeah, because that way. Yeah, because you could bonus action and then use it. That's right. Yeah, so you can't double dip. That's true. Okay, good. Okay, as you do, you start to like place your hand over it. The again, the Genasi, the one that's leading the incorporation, he grabs your hand and it starts like guiding your hand over it as it, you squeeze and drop your blood onto.
Yeah, I'll stare at Agni this entire time too.
As you stare at Agni, you see his quote-unquote true form and says, "So you're the one." Okay. CJ. Sorry, Rock. I'm the worst person. I don't know why I do that. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Alright, Mr. Rock, what would you like to do?
Yeah, he's on the ground next to us, right?
Yeah.
I am going to cast my last level 1 spell.
Okay.
It is a Witch Bolt.
Ooh, Materia Witch Bolt. I have to even remember how that works.
Materia Witch Bolt. So he has to do a con save, but I would like to make him fail his con save with Portent if possible.
Plus your DC is now 4 higher.
Yeah, so what is it?
I wrote those down somewhere.
That's 4, right? I think it was 4. No, 7 was the lowest one you had.
7,
yeah, 14.
Yeah.
You said con save? And what's the DC?
That's an excellent question.
Whatever you can check. Add 4.
Yeah, I can check for you.
Yeah.
Make it easier for you. Spells.
It's like 18.
He's got 2, right? It's 16, so 20.
Yeah,
so 20 right
16. 20. Okay, cool.
Because you got the
Yeah. So
The
that.
spell, the feature. All right. I'm just gonna look up Witch Bolt because I have to remember what it actually. We made it so it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you fail the save, his speed is reduced to 0 until the spell ends.
That's what it was. Like you're getting like actually like what is it called? Jedi lightninged all the time. Sith lightning.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing to him. Beams of okay. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards the target within range, forming a sustainable arc of lightning between you and the target. So, yeah, force lightning. Make it a range attack. Make a ranged spell attack against a creature. So go ahead and roll to try to hit him. On a hit, the target takes D8 lightning plus your spellcasting modifier and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, its speed is reduced to 0. On each of your turns, you can use your action to immediately do D8 of the damage. And it's
Yeah. So
okay,
it's
cool.
23.
That hits. So go ahead and roll me. You said first level, so D8 plus 4.
Yep. Which is
Plus 8?
No, there's no proficiency in it.
Oh, that's
So
right. It's
9
just wisdom, right? Or intelligence, right?
9 lightning damage. Lightning damage?
Yeah.
Lightning damage.
All right, and its speed is reduced to 0. As like the beams crackle and arch up its body, and you see where there's some exposure into its armor. The lightning kind of seeps in. You see it kind of seize up, and you're good because it's a ranged attack. You don't have to take any fire damage.
Cool. I'm gonna make sure I stay. So it can't move. Its speed 0. But I'm gonna stay at that 30 feet range from it.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll move you in a second. It will get an attack of opportunity because while it can't move, it can still strike.
Okay.
But
Is it still prone?
it's not prone. It is just being electrified.
No, I mean from earlier. I thought he got hit prone earlier. For some
It's saved.
reason.
No,
It's
it
saved.
tried. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
CJ, wow, he rolled pretty shitty. At 18 to hit you.
I didn't even need to shield. It just misses.
Oh damn. Okay, nice.
He's 20, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
20. I'm a
Yeah.
tanky wizard.
Yeah. He rolled really poorly. Okay, nice. So yeah, it's getting electrified. I'll put a speed is 0.
Put a big red
I'll put a
X
slug
it.
on him.
He's toast.
There you go. Put a slug. There you go. All right. Anything else, Mr. CJ or Mr. Rock? Jesus, I hate myself.
I yell out to everybody, it can't move until I'm dead or something weird happens. So, take advantage.
Until the okay, it's until the end of each turn. On each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to do D8 plus lightning to the target automatically.
As long as I attack, it can't move. But if I stop using it, then it can move.
Spell ends. Yeah. Yep.
So that, or if it somehow gets total cover, or if somehow one of us could put out of range.
Yep.
So, but he can't move, and I don't plan on moving out of range.
Got it. All right, that's it done. Locked it down. All right, Al.
Yeah, that's it. Just so you guys know, I have to run up and pick up the meals, so I won't be able to talk for a bit.
Yeah, you're good. And you said that was 9 points of damage, right?
Yeah, 9 lightning.
Okay.
Also, real quick, Adam, should I take damage to myself from stabbing myself, probably?
Oh, yeah, roll me a d4.
10d200.
Okay.
But I take it out of my temp HP because I spotter's order, or I moment encourage myself, so.
Genius.
Oh, you're running that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fake blood.
Okay.
Alright.
Because you only did damage to your temporary HP, no blood
No blood
comes out.
came out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck!
Damn it!
too powerful. Okay.
I just keep stabbing harder.
No, it just wasn't your blood. It was the ghost blood.
There you go.
Okay. Lulun's gonna take the dodge action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say mayhaps in the corner there's kind of spare tools lying around that are being used by the Forge Masters?
Sure, I know what you're gonna do. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Are we animating things?
Yeah, I want like hammers and shit flying at them.
I don't have it. I'm just gonna go back to your tried and true picks.
Perfect. Oh,
It's 8 of them? No.
I
How many is it?
I love that spell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Nice. Okay. The bonus action, I'm gonna command them. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Attack that thing until it's dead.
Until it's dead.
Their move is
It's like 60 feet or something, if I remember.
flying speed of 30.
30.
30. Alright. Oh, you're still within.
If they're able to surround him, that's preferable.
Yeah, I'm loosely putting them around just so we don't forget about them. Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna space to move still. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. My bonus, my main. I need brain.
Yep.
I get my orange.
Oh
back.
yeah, you do.
That's what I've been saying.
I want strength for Barb. I need brain for everything
Do these things have HP? Yeah, they do, right?
Yeah, and an AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all have 20 HP, 18 AC.
Yeah, 20. That's what it was. Okay, thank you.
Then as a move, I want. I guess.
Yep. So while you're figuring out what you're rolling, right? Basically, yeah, Al, as you kind of look around, seeing the various little hammers and chisels for etching, some chains that are used to hold things down, various other implements, they start to rattle and shake, and you hear all of you hear like the metal sounds, and then they start to lift, and then Al conducts them, and they start flying in, striking into the flame-wreathed Magmadroth.
There's this chaotic, off-putting melody between the rhythm of the Forge Masters, whatever the hell Al's trying to play, and these hammers dancing around. They're synchronized a little bit, a little left, a little right, a little shimmy, and then bam.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me, I guess your hits first, right?
Rolls.
Yeah.
Accidentally hit back, so I gotta get back into roll 20.
It's +8 for all of them. Oh, yeah.
That's fine, don't worry. Magmadroth is next, and then Dregnar.
Would you prefer 10d20 and we just count it out?
Yeah, that works. Yeah. So you need to roll a 13 or higher to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Alright.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me the damages.
4. Hey.
Nice, nice. Aw.
Again.
Hey!
My boys.
Okay, so what is
That's
it?
actually impressive.
It's
30
plus 8,
damage
plus
total.
8. Wait, 8, 8, 6, 8?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
1
30.
second. Doesn't animated object get a plus to hit?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that's why I said 13.
He
or
doesn't
higher
get
to
the
hit.
he doesn't get the double proficiency bonus to hit if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, because I was just looking. Because if it's tiny, it says +8 to hit.
Yes,
yeah,
and
that's why
what
he
it
said
was.
13 because 21 is AC.
Got it. Okay. I'll shut up now.
Take it there.
Hey, you're golden. You're golden. All right, Al. As as one of the mallets, one of the clamps, and one of the chains strike it, the flame around it, just incinerates them. So you lose 3 of them. But the fourth one that strikes through, it seemed to have dissipated the protective fire. Strikes all the way.
Nice.
Now with the champagne, he's like, there's an opening.
There's
see
an
it.
opening. So now you only have 7, right?
Yes.
And then his wreath of fire is no more.
Maybe we don't need this weapon, guys. We can just do it.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't think we've seen all this thing's tricks yet.
I mean, y'all are doing good. It's just a husk. It's just a husk.
Yeah, it's just a husk that did, what, 120 points of damage to the party in the
Yeah.
first round?
I mean, y'all were in a nice line. I appreciate that.
Actually, it was more than 120.
That's a lot. And I actually forgot to add 5 points on top of the beam, but that's me for messing up. So it would
Well,
have been like another.
we appreciate that.
Yep. Anything else, Al?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay, nicely done. As this discordant cacophony of a broken symphony / orchestra just kind of like smashing into each other in a metal works shop, just going nuts. It releases a you know what? It will go ahead and cash in its 3 legendary actions to reignite itself.
The sacrifice shall not be in vain, Hammer.
Hammer 1 and 2.
Hammer number 7.
Yeah.
Reignite.
You know what? That was probably the Forge Master's favorite hammer. Way to go, Al.
Shit. Well, you should have been using it then.
First I piss off
Yeah,
Marv,
true.
and then
There you go. Alright, so as it gets, you know, it's being crackled and lightning and it can't necessarily move, struggling. Some of its exterior is starting to kind of chip away, and you start to see, like, underneath it a just raw fire. The flames that are wreathing it, Dragnar, you see it once again as it starts to coalesce in front, as it's being drawn, swirling, condensing, and it looks to you, Al, as a hot beam. Now, don't like you. Well, actually, let me think about this. Okay, it's gonna be 50-50, Al or Rock. I'm gonna roll it in here. And Al,
Look it
are you 1 or are you 2, Al?
I'm number 1.
Hey, why didn't it roll? Roll the.
There
There
you
you go.
Hey,
Number 1.
it's
All right.
you did it.
It is right at you.
Ooh.
Alright, deck save, Al.
Guilty.
And Loon Loon.
You guys
Al.
finished those.
Loon Loon at advantage because dodging.
Deck save.
For you and Loon Loon.
Okay, 20 for Al.
Alright. You take half. And
What is her
half
bar
of the
damage?
fire as well. So you take a quarter of the fire.
Nice. Too many tabs open. Deck save. 2. She is also 20.
Darn.
Oh, okay. So I'll give you the damage in a second. Sorry. Plus 30. So that's 44. But so it's 22 points of 22 points of radiant, 22 points of fire. Al, so you take half of that. So you take 11 points of fire, 11 points of radiant, and you take half of the half because you're resistant to the fire portion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you take 22 fire, 22 radiant. So
16 total.
Loon, yeah, you take 16 total, Al, and Loon takes 22.
Yeah.
All right, half. Let's round it down. Okay.
Everything's always rounded down unless otherwise specified.
Everything.
And you
Alright.
see that the cloak of flame is dissipated as it releases this blast.
Wow.
Cool.
Whoops, wrong one.
It's got double flames.
Yeah, you have no idea how like chunky it is doing it on this laptop. It's like like, it's not fun. God damn it! I got rid of 1. And then it is unable to move because it didn't attack Rock to try to break his concentration. All right, that is his turn. Dragnar.
question number 1. Can I assume that with the animated objects where I'm at, I have advantage because there's someone opposing? If not, I'll move to be opposite of Carlos. That's no big deal.
I would say let's move because the animated objects are like kind of flying around, circling, and plus they're tiny, right? Like
Got
it's.
That makes sense. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Second, can I pass through Rock's lightning without getting my ass zapped, or should I go
Absolutely.
counterclockwise?
No. You can absolutely move through it.
Okay, I didn't want to like
Especially
walk through.
If anybody in our party could, you could.
Yeah.
Just do a flip over it, dude.
That's actually pretty dope. Whoop, 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 whoop.
There or
One down.
there?
Yeah, he's better.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I'm within range or whatever. I didn't know exactly how that worked. So I'll go there, and then I will go full tilt again.
All right, go for it.
Double proficiencies all around.
Yes, remember.
Oh, I'm making sure I have my key points. Okay, first attack.
Misses.
Hold on.
That's 22,
Uh-huh.
really.
Oh,
Hold
that's
on,
right.
hold on. Yeah, it's 22, so that hits, correct?
Yeah, 22 hits. Sorry, I'll add plus
Okay.
4 to everything that you do. Okay, 1 hit.
Because remember, I have a bardic inspiration if something doesn't hit. So
Oh yeah.
So that's 17.
17. I'll use my bardic.
Okay.
D10. Ooh, yeah.
So that's a hit.
2 hits.
Oh, baby.
3 hits.
3 hits, and the last one.
Are you doing flurry of blows so you got 4?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
4 hits.
So 4 hits. Okay, first one.
Shadow sneak. Alright, and then go slow for me real quick so I can do this.
So that's the first attack. 21.
21. Alright, you take 30 points of... Well, 15 points of fire, 15 points of radiant. So 30 points, halved it. Because you're raging.
Okay, second attack.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm sorry, I forgot. He blasted it off of himself. Never mind, he doesn't have it. Shit. You take that back. That's me cheating. Minus 21, plus 21. Okay, cool, go for it.
Okay, second attack.
Five. 8. 6. Okay,
So
and then
38.
and you hit him 4 times, right? So let's
Correct.
do the passive. All right. It doesn't matter for you because you're gonna half it. So 7. 4. 4 again. And 10. 7, 4, 4, 10. Halved.
And go ahead and give me 1 DC save. 21. I'll use my last free stunning strike.
All right. It fails. And it is stunned.
And that is my turn.
So when you hit it, there's its nature kind of reacts as like punching a superheated object, and it burning and it's hitting, and then on top of that you're seeing that visage of the fox spirit. Hatred. You need more of it. I will eat all of you. And then like it just goes like cold after you stun it at the end of the hit. All right, Davis. It's the Forge Masters. They are hammering away. Oh, actually, I need to roll you a dex save because it's within the space of the
Oh, the
thingy,
Guardian.
and it
right.
failed. Yeah.
Yes. Nice. That means. 10
Well, he would have failed anyway because I stunned it, correct?
Before. It would have been like way before your
got
turn.
it.
I just forgot to do it. So that is, you have 20 points left on the Guardian of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is just getting, it's like kind of... The Forge Masters are not even looking at it, just focusing on the weapon. Woody, then they'll say...
They also have double proficiency.
I'll
could
do an
do up to
arbitrary
10
roll
creatures.
to make you happy. There you go. Wow, they rolled a natural 20 on an arbitrary
Man,
roll.
they're so good.
They're like,
It's getting even more. There's filigree in there. Like, oh, we weren't even trying to make it look pretty, but
it's just happening.
we
If
just
bronze could
can't
have
not.
muscles, they would have all the muscles.
Post it in chat what stunned and then incapacitated does, so in case everybody knows.
Yep, yep, yep.
Danka.
Davis, I will say that at this moment, when it gets stunned, you'll see that as Dragnar is like unleashing into it, bits of its exterior are like flaking and falling off, and there's like some of it does fall close to you within the Guardian's grasp. The Forge Masters are just they're silent at this point, just working. All right, Saj, you get your reaction back.
Woo! I'm going to. I was gonna guiding bolt it, but advantage. It already has advantage on next hit.
Yep.
So don't need that. So what
Advantage
I'm
on
gonna do
all
instead
hits.
Is I'm gonna try to hit it instead. I'm gonna
Okay.
burn it. Let's go. I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at it.
Go for it
Add advantage
with double proficiency.
with double proficiency.
Oh, not great. Highest is a 12 anyway.
Okay.
Wait, your highest roll or your highest total?
Highest total.
Oh, okay.
There's really 4 rolls.
Okay. Zimises. Anything
I'm
with
gonna-
your bonus action?
Yes. Bonus action, second level healing word myself.
Okay. I like it.
Throw up like a pocket sand, and it just shimmers around it.
Okay.
Let's see. 9 total. And that's my turn.
Nice.
And Adam, just for my reference, correct me if I'm mistaken, but legendary actions can still be taken even though you're stunned, correct?
Yeah, as long as they meet the criteria.
Okay.
So, like, if they had a legendary action that, I don't know... it's weird, but, like, yeah, if it could dissipate into mist or something, it might be able to still do that, depending on how it's worded. Okay. Karos.
Alright. Well, since he's a stunned Sammy. There we go. Alright, let's start a swinging away. Rah.
Ooh.
Yuck. So
20 total.
Yeah. Is it 21?
It is 21.
Okay. Another. Jeez.
22. That'll hit.
Alright. Just do the 15 on that. And I'm gonna action surge and take 2 more.
Alright.
We're gonna switch to bright green.
The color. I've known Kyle for so many years, and it's always been this. All right. Yes.
And the final.
Aw.
Just missed. Yeah.
Okay.
19.
Alright. So we'll roll that. And then. That's a good roll. And then we'll do
Uh-huh.
a smite on that one.
Okay. Strength save.
Yes!
Do you
And
not get 3
it's-
attacks at this level?
Oh yeah, you do. You
You
owe
should
me.
have 2
Oh,
more
shit.
total.
Yeah.
That's right.
It fails, so it is now stunned, immobilized, and knocked prone.
I like it. And. There we go. 2 more.
All right. So was it 2 more hits? Yeah.
Yep.
So plus 24. All right, so that was how many hits was that? That was
1,
4.
2, 3, 4. Yes.
All right. So you take for you fire radiant doesn't matter. So you take 8 points of damage. You take 9 points of damage. You take 6 points of damage, and you take 9 points of damage.
32.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel great.
No, imagine not. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, there's not really anything worth bonus actioning.
Got it. So what you'll see in your head, no words this time, but you just see like a super stretched out view of the fox's evil grin, right? Just... All right, round 4. Davis.
Look at the Forge Masters, be like, is that enough? Do we need more?
In their concentrated state, it's getting close. Your will is strong.
Okay.
They're like their various voices are speaking, right? Like they're
Right.
kind of speaking for each other.
But I get the sense that it's just up to them finishing the work now.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want me to make like an insight check or something.
I mean, I think you're good. I think it's
Okay.
up to them.
Okay. Then I will take my glowy whip and swing away at our friend. First time using this. And that's a miss, even with my bonus. It's a 17 total to hit.
Advantage.
Actually, I don't even get the double proficiency because it ends at the top of my turn.
It's
I
done,
don't-
so you have advantage.
Oh, it's
and all
stunned.
that.
That's why I have advantage. That's right. 17 total.
Okay.
That's my first attack. Second attack.
You have
advantage.
Bardic if you wanted to use it.
Oh, that's true. I will on that one. Ah, it doesn't help. 19 total.
Goodbye, Luke.
Because the holy weapon is only damage,
Damage.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, second attack. Ooh. Those are both good rolls. 25 total to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
What is this damage? D4 plus 4, and it's only, is it plus
2d8.
Right, plus 2d8. So there's a distance thing on this, right? Like you get an extra.
Yeah, it's just a default.
only for 305. Only within 5 feet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but I don't want to get within 5 feet of this bad boy. The main damage is 5, so that's 5 slashing, and then it's 2d8 radiant on holy weapon. Only 6 extra, so 6 radiant. And I'll just
Okay.
be like, Agni, if you're in there, we're trying to get you out.
Very nice. All right. You moving anywhere?
Nah.
Okay. What's your
Oh, wait, actually,
Three-
that's. We'll go ahead.
your 3 blades icon?
That's holy weapon. This is
Okay,
my
got it.
holy weapon. I do bonus action. I will say, Dragnar, go at it.
Got it.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
This is third 19 this fight.
20.
So
Nice.
nice. So as Dragnar gets at it and basically kind of runs up on him, and you can correct me if wrong, but I kind of see you kind of running up and then just basically coming over with a hammer, like two-handed hammer fist over the side, like the head of the beast as it's kind of stunned, landing on it. It starts to, like, even though it's prone, it starts to like kind of like collapse.
Who's weak now, motherfucker?
To break sequence, the four Forge Masters you'll hear, you notice it because it stops. You've heard the hammering, the chinking away the entire time, where it's been in this brief exchange while battling the husk, but there's always been that background sound of and it stops. And there's that eerie silence where you hear your heartbeats racing in your heads, you hear your breathing, you hear the beast kind of but they get up, and still with the piping red hot glaive, they stand. They step forward, and from the glaive, you start to see like the wisps of fire begin to kind of emanate out, and it takes on the shape of, well, the not so angry version of the fox's head, and is kind of emanating from the glaive, as the rest of you saw when Davis had collapsed. And in a not so pissed off way of saying it, it says, "Good work." And the head lunges forward, and it just clamps onto the husk of this beast. And you see it just start to pull it in, dragging it towards itself as the four Forge Masters are holding it. And it starts to pull in almost as if it is to like seal the husk of itself back into itself. And you just see like it's just like dragging, and the beast kind of coming into consciousness, starting to like scrape and dig in its claws, trying to fight, pull back, trying not to get pulled in, as it were, possibly into the billet, into the blank of the weapon. So everybody, you have 1 round to try to do as much as you can to weaken this thing, otherwise it might not get sucked in. So let's do
Phase,
this.
guys.
Yep.
Is
It
its
is.
movement still 0 from Rock's thing?
Technically it still has like it no longer, let's just say it got like clears conditions, if that
Okay,
makes sense.
that's
Like
fine.
it's still zapping it, and it's basically like it's stuck, but it's the magic kind of pulling it into the glaive, and it's trying to fight its way out.
Yeah, I just don't want to get it encapsulated in that beam, just making sure.
Good. Okay. Let's stop Dreadful. Let's stop Cry Havoc. Alright, Rock, you're first up. You still have the beam connected to it if that's all you wanted to do.
Yeah. That didn't last long. I can't just vortex warp it into the sword, can I?
You can vortex warp it to try to make it like lose movement, like make it, how do I put it? Like not get into it, but you can kind of how would I say it? Like I would allow you to vortex warp it to make it fail, like 1. That's fine.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. So you'll see like go ahead.
No, yeah, I just make level 2. That's
Okay, level 2.
So level 2 vortex warp.
Yeah, so you'll see like
it is a con save though.
it is? Okay, for it. Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah. Wow, it just cannot roll against you today. I rolled a 2 and a 3 against you, like on 2 of his saves. So, yeah, so you'll see as it's starting to like dig in, kind of snapped to consciousness, it's pulling itself out, and then Rock, you kind of focus, and you kind of just shunt it around in space, and it loses its grip on the tiles as it's like breaking tiles as it's trying to keep itself from getting pulled into the glaive, and then it like slips and gets sucked in a lot closer. All right, 1 failure.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go hide behind something, whatever there is available.
Gotcha. All right, Allegretto.
Okay. Start this off on a sour note. When I got hit by the beam last term, I didn't roll a concentration check. You want me to do that
Okay.
now?
Please, thank you for being honest.
Not the pigs.
Ooh, my boys. I took 16. Lucky that. I'm about to burn through them all because it's close enough, right?
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. I only get that
Yeah,
one. Can I do that
but
twice?
remember, you would have had double proficiency.
Ooh.
If you're proficient in con saves, but I don't know if you are.
It's not.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Shit.
My boys.
So the weapons drop to the ground. The
Shit.
tools. Hey, at
Oh,
least you're
maybe-
honest. I appreciate
Now
it.
there's only 1 tool left.
One of the Forge Masters goes like, "Gosh, at least put things back where you found them." God.
I'm working on it. Al thinks to himself, what else hits a lot of times in a short period of time? I got an idea. I'm gonna get some more concentration. I'm going to just start strumming the shit out of the loot. Lots of arpeggios, just needlessly fast. And I'm going to cast haste on Ragnar.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
Level, brain stays there. Main
Brain
action.
on you. Dragnar, there's like a fast forward looking one. I'll find it. There it is.
It's like watching a
All
YouTube
right.
video at 2 times speed.
Yo.
Everything's just for Ragnar.
Anything else?
And I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Karus. I'm gonna yell out, "Finish him off!"
Okay. Agni doesn't have a turn because he's getting sucked in. It's the burn phase, as Sej put it in video game terms. Alright, he's sitting at 1 failure. Dragnar.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on one of the claws that he has embedded in the concrete tile, whatever. I'm just gonna start stomping the shit out of it.
Okay.
So I
Go for
get, what is it, 4 if I flurry plus haste, it's 5, correct?
Yes.
Now that hasted, is it like another, like with like action surge for
It's just, it's a
fighter?
special.
Oh, it's a
No,
haste
no.
action.
It's a special action that you do that allows you to make one attack or dodge or something like that. So
Okay, so I wouldn't get the shadow sneak again.
Not on
no,
your
you
turn.
would not.
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
still
want
on
to make
the
sure. So I'll spend the key and I'm going to do 5 attacks.
Okay.
Do I still have advantage or do I need to go reckless?
Oh, he's I guess
Is Karos
Karos is
not?
technically there. No, he's supposed to have a harp.
Oh.
I don't. Okay, doing it on the laptop is not easy because it's so crunchy. Like I didn't even click anywhere. Okay, whatever. No, yeah. So he's still advantaged because Karos is threatening this thing.
Oh yeah.
Another 19. Woohoo! I'm rolling 19s like crazy. That's 1 hit.
Where the...
Oh.
That would be a miss. That would be a miss.
Ooh.
2 more.
Ooh yeah. Oh, not quite.
Miss.
That's a miss.
Damn. You jinxed yourself with the first
Yeah, you
one.
really did.
So
2
2
hits.
hits.
Okay.
Hey, not bad.
Batting 400's pretty good.
Attack number 1, 17 points.
Okay.
Attack number 2, 8 points.
Alright, so 17, 8, 25. Save is not above a 25. It's a failure. And you
Do I take any
take
damage? Yeah.
7 points and 5 points.
Damn, there goes my temp HP.
Alright. The Forge Masters will speak up. Your will is strong, but we must bind the husk to the new blade. Keep weakening it. Alright. Sej, your turn. Oh,
Davis, are you
he's-
going to hit this thing?
I hope so.
Alright. This might not work, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway. I'm gonna take like a hardened like pebble of gunpowder
Mhm,
and throw it above it,
mhm.
and 5th level flame strike.
Oh.
Right on top, like right when it gets to like creasing over it, it's just
Okay.
gonna explode like with force that pushes it down, hopefully.
Gotcha. Fails its save. I rolled another 3.
Alright. first one is fire damage. I don't know what it looks like, but it's 13 points of fire damage, and then the next one is radiant damage. 15 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Okay. It is immune to the fire, so it takes 15.
Okay.
So, and it rolled less than a 15 to save, so it's another failure. So at this point, what you're seeing is, as it's being like pulled in through the fox's head that has manifested from the glaive and is wrapped up around it and pulling it in. It's pulling and pulling. The head is essentially like almost in place, but you see the body of the Magmadroth getting like sucked in. Its tail is already completely gone. Its hind legs are gone within the glaive, and it's just like its torso and its like its front claws and its head just trying desperately to fight, roaring and thrashing. Okay. Anything else, Sesh?
I'm gonna bonus action and get myself a little bit more crispy again. Wait, I
Got
already
it.
passed the spell. I can't. Never mind.
Yeah.
I lied.
All
You do a
right.
cantrip, but no.
No.
All
That's
right.
it.
Very cool. As I don't remember the exact words that Al said, but fuck him up, Karos.
Alright. More of the same. We're
Or
gonna
the
get
smack,
some
smackety smack.
Swangs.
Swanging the thing.
Swang number 1.
Alright.
Ooh, so close.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice, that's
Hey.
15.
Okay.
Okay, it hits again.
And just like that,
Woo!
you doubled my
30.
damage. Look at you. Fuck.
Okay, one more. And misses. Okay, so 30. Okay.
Yeah.
You wanna-
So let's see. I've got a.
If you want a bardic, 8, 9,
Should
10.
I? Well, let's roll the dice.
Yeah, that's true. You had a 20% chance.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a 10. It
Out
was
of
a
10.
10. God damn it.
Adam, could you clean the crumbs off the map? Because obviously that was gonna land on 10. But
Give
I
me
It was
think-
cocked. It was
Hey.
cocked.
Yeah, isn't that cocked?
Sorry
All right.
for supplying such a dusty and crummy.
so
Cord.
dusty.
Digital map.
It's because of his laptop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's for just
Old
making
cookie
years.
crumbs. Okay.
What was it
And
called? The halfling hobble wouldn't be like this. You know?
The laughing halfling, I think.
Laughing half.
Yeah, that's
laughing
it.
half one.
Guys.
Bonus action. Yeah, I don't really. Oh.
Do.
Well, why not? We'll do a quick
I see.
toss at disadvantage, so it's just a normal.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you. Straight roll.
Is it because you're within 5
Uh,
feet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could always back up.
I'm below half, so I'm just gonna not provoke. And that's plus 8 instead of 9. Alright.
Aw.
Ah, see, I
Not
should have
bad.
saved it. Should've
Yeah, not
saved
bad though. All right, the next failure, it's you just start to see like it's all that remains is basically like the snapping head with the large horn in the front. Its long lashing tongue.
Gross.
Yeah. All right, round 5. It
Finish
tries
this bitch off.
to make an extra save. Does not. That's all right. Davis.
So tactically speaking, so he's not actually stunned anymore, right? These are all
There, yeah, that's
yeah,
clear.
they're all
I
nonsense.
just-
Okay.
yeah.
Tactically speaking, there's really nowhere I can get advantage from, right?
No,
Without,
no,
like,
he's
shoving
just-
Carlos out of the way.
Yeah. So the what it is essentially there's the spectral elephant guardian, right? That's protecting the 4 of you, and you're the 5th,
Yeah.
and the 4 masters kind of step forward. They're holding the glaive out, and it
Right.
is the head is kind of emerging from it, pulling it in, and almost the entirety of the husk has been sucked in
Yeah.
to the red hot billet.
So I'm gonna jump up on whatever. It's not like an animal, whatever they're working on, like
Yeah.
whatever surface is high enough, and like go all lion tamer on his ass with this whip and be like, "Get in that fucking glaive!" Yeah, exactly. First attack, no more advantage, so just regular roll.
Whoop his ass like he stole something.
That is not gonna hit. That's 11 total.
Okay.
Second attack, also not gonna hit. That's 14.
Oh.
I'm just cracking the whip. Like, I wouldn't be here for my friends anyway. Dragnar, come on, buddy, I need an assist.
I love it. That is the assist.
There we go.
Yeah.
And your shadow sneak too. Yep.
18.
Right.
And
Nope,
if you don't
doesn't
have
make
your 5
it.
temp HP, you have it again. But I think you still have it.
No, it's gone.
Okay, now you have it again.
So as you call out to Dragnar, I need the assist. Dragnar, how are you smacking this thing?
Well, I'm just thinking like when he does it, I'm just going to jump up and do a roundhouse kick and just catch it across the side of the face with a kick.
Okay, I love it. So as the roundhouse kick connects, cracks it across the side, and you see like the last bits of it, the fox's head clamps down around it, pulls it in, and then with like a weird, like almost like a popping sound, the entirety of the husk is just gone. The billet is glowing red hot. The apparition, like the avatar of the of Agni's actual true form, is there, looking at all of you.
Adam, not to jump in, but damage for me for kicking it.
9. And it'll say, as it like pulls it in, the good Agni will look towards all of you and say, just as he will wield this weapon, know that you wield him as friends.
I can hate that. Ooh.
And that's that.
Carlos is like, well, he's a little heavy, but I mean, I could probably get him swinging.
But Dragnar's thinking like a puppet.
Yeah.
I mean, if the glaive has 10-foot reach and I've got 5-foot reach, and your body's got to be 10 feet with the arms out, that's a 20-foot reach weapon.
True.
And it can go around corners.
True. It's got a bend
Slam
in the
it
middle.
into the wall.
With the ceiling completed, the forge masters take it and submerge the weapon once again in the vat of the special oils, and it starts to sizzle and pop. Agni's fox-like form emerging from it, looking at y'all, then snapping its head over to Davis, says, "Wield it well," and dissipates.
Davis, as soon as the thing went in and before any of that other stuff happened, he was on his knees, kind of just like breathing heavily and just like, I will.
Dragnar being a smart ass, he goes, "Hey, don't break this one, okay?"
Fuck you, Dragnar.
I'm gonna break
But thank you.
concentration with my holy weapon.
Okay.
And fall back on my back. And takes deep breaths as well, like almost in tune with Davis.
Take it.
Call
gonna-
Dragnar. Deep breath, hold your breath. And then I'm gonna drop my concentration too, and you are super lethargic. You're just
Oh God! Why? Why do you do? Yeah.
But I'm gonna look down at my beard, making sure that it's not on fire, and kind of pat out any singed hairs or whatever.
I love it. So,
I was definitely 1 HP at one point in that.
Really?
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize you were that low.
that snare. Holy shit.
So Adam, what does the glaive look like? Does it look like the original Hearthguard, or does it look different?
So that being said,
If that's all right,
Davis.
Davis, if he explains it.
Yeah, Davis kind of helped me come up with the visual for it.
I gave him a bunch of stuff. So
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Let me. So Davis, they will. The Forge Masters will step away from the. It's a. How do I put it? It's a very long rectangular vat where they submerge the weapon, right? And it has stopped popping and sizzling with the cooling oils. And they step and say, "For you to reach for your will is the final step."
I will reach for it.
It's a trap.
They're like, not now, dingus. It's super hot. God.
Steam! Haven't you ever seen it? Come on! Like, I steam normally, though.
I know it's magic, but still physics are physics. Thermodynamics.
Okay,
Davis
so
is like
as
thermal what?
Thermal wood, huh?
Thermodynamic? What?
So yeah, so all of you that understand what's supposed to happen are shocked as he reaches in and it doesn't burn him, and he pulls out a newly forged, similar yet slightly different. It as it he pulls it out, you see that it's in the shape of a glaive. It's still hot, more like the orange hue of hot, and as he's holding it and he kind of turns it upwards, you see that there's some sort of connection created as the final shape actually forms as he's holding it. So it's still, as you would say, like your most generic glaive shape that you can see. And you can see some of the etching, and it's kind of hard to make out because it's still glowing. But then this like almost hook kind of appears out of it, and it takes on the shape of more like a glaive gazam, where he's holding it. And it rapidly cools in his hand. The etchings on it come into view relatively quickly. The weapon itself, Davis, correct me, you said you wanted it to be all black with some stark orange, right? Is that what you said?
Oh, no, other way around. So mostly orange, but
Okay.
kind of. So it's like, it'll be a black kind of near the base and handle, but then like orange kind of shooting out of that.
Okay, got it. So it progresses from the base being black and then gets more into the orange and the metallic colors as he's holding it and holding it. In it, you see that there are various details easily missed until you take some time to set your eyes and focus upon it. It is a beautiful piece of work, obviously. Most notably on the glaive, coming up towards where the shaft of the glaive becomes the blade of the glaive. There's two figures on it. One of which, and they kind of on one side, there's one type of female figure. On the other side, there's another female figure. One side of it, there seems to be almost like a ocean sea inspired female, wreathed in like kraken tentacles and such as she's reaching out for the blade. On the other side, there's another female, two of which a lot of you have never seen in your life, most likely just like filler, like stand-in pieces. But she is adorned with almost like dragon-like wings and has maybe a very subtle scale-like texturing to the side of her cheek. And you can see that her hand reaches over to the other side and ever so just barely you can see is like pulling one of the tentacles away. The rest of the glaive still has a number of details and etchings in it, which we can work out as the story progresses or if something cool comes to mind. But it is a solid metal glaive. It is very akin to Hearthguard, though much lacking in the flame decals and everything. It's still it has that stark black to orange to metallic. And Davis, it is incredibly light in your hand. It's like it almost feels
Davis.
like a toy.
Davis, what are you going to call it?
gosh. Actually, out of character, I really should have thought of that, but I never thought of that.
Hearthguard 2. The
The
regardening.
re-hearthening. Oh man.
I'm sure it will come to you eventually.
Yeah, I may have to talk to my friend the Bard over here. He knows. He's got a way with words, right? Storytelling. He's got a penchant for the flair, for a flair for the dramatic in naming. We'll work on it. But that's good. You're right. It needs a name.
Fox around and find out. No, shit. We gotta work on it.
What does the fox glaive?
Whoa!
Oh, please don't do that to me.
No, obviously not.
I will say interrupt you. The four Forge Masters will say, because as someone note, this is no Hearthguard. This is something new.
Oh yes. Okay. Wow, this is a lot. What a turn of events in the last, just like hours. What, they lost something and regained something new, but I guess that was the point. Wow. Thank you guys. That was amazing. I mean, remember, we're not done. That was just one thread. We have something else to deal with as well. But thank you. This is incredible.
You're welcome. Exhausted.
Yeah, he looked kind of bad here. Actually,
You
and then I'll go ahead and toss a moment of courage your way. I'll give you 3, so you can spend 3 hit dice, and I'll give you, let me see, how many hit points? 17 hit points plus whatever you roll on your 3 hit die.
Okay.
is
I gotta remember how to get to my hit die.
is
It's
haste
just
at
D8s,
level
right?
1 exhaustion?
No.
It's
It's
just
a
a
round
round.
of just you lose a round.
Okay.
So it says you just roll 3d8 if you want to spend your hit dice.
Yes, I do. I found it. Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Tired. Just don't worry. Just let's take some time before we go hunting any dragons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, agreed.
So we're gonna rest here, find some place that we can. I'm sure there's some kind of living quarters somewhere.
I'll actually look at the Forge Masters and be like, so what will you do now? I mean, obviously, we do still plan to purge the mountain of the disease that's been infecting it. But in the meantime, is there anything you need from us?
Well, the gong has been sound. The meteoric forges live.
Enjoy the
Wow.
Forge Master.
Masters. Yes.
Oh.
We were hoping to be purged of the blight before, but it looks like we have an instrument that will do that, and well, all of you.
Were there those? You said, I believe there were some of you who left, right? Some of you who chose to stay, and some of you who left, right? Should we reach out to them and let them know, or?
It would be good to let them know that their home is opened up to them once again.
Once
Or
we
to
take
their
care of our
descendants.
business.
Absolutely. Some of our kin that stayed here will begin to awake from their slumbers as well. We will have to abreast them on the situation and allow them to know that it is not as ideal as we hoped, but
Give us a little bit of time, and we hope soon it shall be.
oh, I'm sure with what you have in your hand and what you surround yourself with,
Yes, the latter
this
part
will
certainly being as important, if not far more important. But yes, thank you.
I'm just gonna like from the floor. As far as Surya sees it, that dragon is already dead.
Here, here.
I'm gonna ask the Forge Masters. Is there still an armory or something here? I know my friend and Appointed Davis could use possibly a better set of armor, but anything that could assist us in fighting the dragon.
Wow, that's shade at Rock's friend.
As a matter of fact, his armor melted off from said dragon.
Although, remind everybody, I do have fresh armor from Rock's bag friend.
I don't see your name on it.
You know, I've been looking for an upgrade.
Yeah,
actually,
but wasn't that like chain or something
was a
before?
chain
Didn't you have
shirt.
like didn't you have like half plate before?
Yeah, it's 2 less AC, but it's not the end of the world.
Hey, if they have something, why not?
Yeah, no, for sure. I was just reminding everybody that I'm not like bare chested here.
I'm sure there are various things remaining within the city. You could perhaps find something, though I don't know what good it will do. It is not enchanted, most likely, but you are, well, you wield an item of our making. You are forever welcome here. So look at it as your key to the city.
Yes, we have a new base camp.
It's very easy to access.
Yeah, we just come through the big hole right over there, dude.
Easy.
So
Somebody learn mass teleport.
Somebody start working on a teleportation circle. Only takes a year.
Yep, every day.
yeah, every day. For
Rock, we got a job for you for the next year. Well, first thing I'm gonna like, where are the living quarters at, or some place that I can get cleaned up and rest? I'm exhausted.
Same.
we will escort you to some of the old living quarters, though we are uncertain what condition they will be in. It has been, well, as you told us, hundreds of years. But and they will begin
We're not
to
picky.
escort you. Yeah, there is something very interesting as they start kind of heading you out. The forges, they are now, you know, reignite, reignite.
Reignited.
That's the word. Reignited. Thank you. I was like, that is English is hard. And they are going. They go on their own. They continue to bellow, and it's the fox's heads begin, open and close, roaring, releasing the flames. But they don't seem to need to be manned. Um, as you start to step out, there is some small gathering of the bronzekin that seem to be drawn to the commotion, looking at you, scanning at you, and then seeing the 4 of the Forge Masters. They nod and then kind of get back to almost like a more robotic way of going about the city. It takes you about 10 minutes or so, but they guide you to not to one of the ziggurats, as you start to understand the ziggurats seem to be either places of worship or places of forging, but to just one of the buildings. We'll say, mostly like a rectangular style stonework building. You enter it. It seems to be meant for living quarters, though it has not had any foot traffic in here for centuries. So there is layers of soot. There is, that that sense of abandonment here. But you are able to start clearing it out. There are actual barrels, and when you go and you open them, there is just water that has been left there. Doesn't reek of rot or anything, so probably still good to wash up with and If you need to draw a bath somehow, you can. But you do have a place to stay. Davis, the entire time as you do walk through the city, as your new glaive is out, anytime you pass one of the bronzekin that are moving, they seem to kind of snap out of the more robotic and become more, as you would say, human for a little bit. They kind of start to look at you, look at the group, kind of seeing, observing. You see that the glaive always catches their eyes, and then once you pass, they kind of snap back to going back to their like pre-programmed state.
I'll admit, once Davis catches on that that's happening, he'll kind of start laying into it and almost like showing it off a little bit as he's doing it, and just kind of like going like, ah.
Yeah. You'll see that they do exclaim. Some of them wish to observe it, like if they ask if they can like look at it, not necessarily take it from you, but appreciate the work that's been done. Hey Jones, but you are able to rest. You are able to find a place to relax. And on that note, I guess we can kind of tell Davis what his thing does if he wants to tell the group, or do you want me to tell you what your thing does?
Sure.
That's dirty talk.
Yeah. All right, so it is similar to Hearthguard, but it is also different.
Yeah, show me your new toy.
Show me what you got.
It is now a +2.
Woo!
Ooh.
What if you called it Garth Hard?
Garth Harder.
Garth harder. All right. So let's see. It still has the armor of Agathis portion,
Cool.
where it is either, but now it is both fire and radiant
Oh.
at the same time.
So 20 fire, 20 radiant, or 10 fire, 10 radiant?
It's just mixed, and the way that it works, it'll split it. But if you have to remember this, that if something is resistant or immune to fire, then it'll just do radiant. If something is resistant, so it'll always do the better damage type. The other thing, which is probably the most potent, and you saw Agni doing the husk of Agni doing this to you, is if you have at least 1 point of the armor remaining. Let me read the actual. I haven't made the item.
Fire?
Sort of, yes. You can draw in the remaining temporary hit points granted to the armor of Agathis, and you can release it in a straight line projectile going up to 120 feet.
Damn.
15 feet wide. And it deals each creature hit. So you would make rather than a dex save, you would make a single melee slashing attack. So it's to imitate like a giant slash that you're doing, and it would carry the slash through. It's one attack roll. Whatever the hit is, that's the AC that would cover through and hit. So if you roll an 18, it would just hit everything in the line with an 18 plus your bonuses. And if it hits, they take weapon damage plus the remaining on your Agathis. So if your Agathis is 25, you roll, let's say you roll 10 damage, they take 35 damage.
Nice.
On top of that, if you consume the armor of Agathis in this way, your next attack with Hearthguard deals damage equal to your character level.
Oh, shit. In addition. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So that's that. And then there might be some other stuff dealing with, like you said, maybe generosity or something. I just got to figure it out. But at least figured out the combat.
Oh, yeah. Some of the other kind of somewhat goofy mechanical things.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you basically, it's a +2. It's still got the armor of Agathis. However, it is always fire and radiant. And if something is resistant or vulnerable, it will always do the best if it can.
Got it.
And then, as long as you have at least 1 point you can consume the Agathis and make it into a ranged attack. Oh, and then you can summon it and dismiss it as part of the attack action.
Oh shit, that's nice.
So there you go. Cool beans.
And it's always one charge still, I assume.
Oh, let me think on that.
Okay, that's fine.
I gotta think on that one.
Does it
Yep,
still do the celestial, the star map thing whenever he summons it?
I don't know. I don't.
I haven't summoned it yet.
I haven't seen him dismiss it or summon it yet.
I mean, I'll say we're at our spot where we're resting. If Dragnar were to ask, I would oblige.
I would ask. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes. Because I think that was the coolest thing about the damn
Yeah,
weapon.
I'll be like, I don't know. Man, if this breaks it, okay, and I'll like I'll set it down gently on the ground and then just wait because I'm scared.
You got this, buddy.
I'm like,
Okay.
I think it'll just go away on its own after a little bit, right? I forgot how it worked. I usually just kind of willfully did it before. I don't really want to this time.
I don't want to. So as you allow it to go away, I was trying to think of a way to incorporate your previous Mariner life into this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So part of me kind of sees it as it still does the melting portion, but it also like steams off
Sure.
in a way.
Every time he summons it, a foghorn goes off.
Yes.
For 300 feet.
Yeah, it's the one disadvantage. But yeah, it is not a Hearthguard anymore. Like, keep that in mind. So it's not tied to this place.
Right.
It's tied to you.
To me, yeah.
So like, kind of.
I'll think about the visuals as well, but that's okay for
Yeah.
now. So I've got some homework.
Yeah, I'll say that it kind of just fogs away rather than melts away for now.
Okay.
Kind of. And then as you summon it, it's probably still the Celestial.
Yeah. I may flavor that up a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah.
The constellations are now really crude stick figures of your friends. I think that one's me.
It's got horns.
I kind of like that actually. That's pretty funny.
I call that one the big
Yeah.
dip.
No.
Oh no, you're the little dip. Sorry. Sedge is the big dip.
But yes. Yeah, guys. You've sealed the husk away. You've forged the weapon.
Now just
You've-
one more dragon to kill, and then a sovereign to murder.
Yeah. You've technically maybe did something with one of the 13. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll have to look at this.
So yeah. Is there anything else anyone is interested in doing while you guys are resting? Not to make it just like a combat session for the most part, but
While
mean,
we're
we are in
passing by, is there anything golden that catches my eye?
oh, yeah, there would be. I'm just trying to think like what would you be interested in? There
Amongst
will
the
be
dust and stuff, there's like a glitter.
yeah.
A gilded ladle.
Finally.
Some really fine china to go with your ladle. It's all
I can-
gold plated.
I can turn this into a spell reagent.
What are you looking for, actually, if I may ask?
I'm just kind of looking for gold as far as my character is concerned. However, I'm looking for a golden reliquary, so like a cup. Big cup.
Sedge has become a dumpster diver.
Yeah. I like shiny things.
I'm in a good mood.
I mean,
I'll
urban
say that.
explorer.
Yeah. I'll say that over the course of like, you're resting and the group kind of recuperating from the adventure and all that, you're able to kind of peruse through some of the abandoned interiors of the nearby buildings to you. And then one of which you do see what you would think would suffice as a proper reliquary.
Wow. The most generous God has blessed me with a spell reagent. And I'm going to stuff that in my bag.
Yep.
I'm a happy elephant.
Just whistling through your trunk the entire time.
What'd you find, Sedge? Nothing. See ya.
Nothing, man.
I really wasn't too beat up, so can I like explore around, see if there's any like old scrolls or magic items or just new
Yeah, sure.
friends that I can make?
So, Rock, as you venture out, there's, I would say, about 24 or so bronze individuals that you'll run into, the bronzekin, which is a very small number for how large of a space you are in. But they seemingly are just picking up where they left off on whatever they were doing before they went to a dormant state. All of them in a similar kind of way where they have uh, a, a humanoid exterior, be it dwarf, genasi, human, elf, different types. But their eyes are burning red spheres of fire. Their interior is glowing red. Their hair or beards or anything like that are made of flames, but they are all wearing clothing. They seem to be going, you pick it up when you're walking to rest, and then when you're walking away from there, that they are kind of just going into the flow of things. But when you are within proximity of them, they seem to become more lively and animated and are capable of interacting with you. So what would you're looking for things?
Yeah, it seems like a pretty magical place. I don't know if I'll find like old scrolls or just anything magical that might catch my eye, or at best I can make some friends with some bronze people. Maybe they've
There
got
was,
like a cool song they can teach me, or I don't know, like a
yeah,
or
I get
anything.
that. Okay. Well, the far temple was a place of learning. I'm sure you will be able to find written documents of our history and various other tablets of information, if not scrolls, and if not tomes. You you walk with the one that carries a weapon here, a key, so you are welcome.
Can you point me in the right direction?
He just points you down the way. Unfortunately, it is a bit of a journey, but you are welcome.
I'll. What's your name, friend?
Oh, I am Azerlin.
Azerlin. Hey. Well, thank you. Here, I give him a white flower. I'm Rock. And these are my white flowers that I have. That they're pretty. I'm
This will
gonna go
not
find
survive
the.
here.
Oh, that's okay. Do what you want with it. Just remember the Crass Menagerie, and I'm gonna go now. And I'll just meander in the direction I was pointed.
As you kind of meander off, and you see him kind of, you know, look at the flower and kind of like not pull one of the petals off, but kind of pull on it a little bit. Puts it in his
You can eat it if you want, but they don't taste good.
Yeah, he just kind of puts it in his apron and then just kind of gets back to. And as you realize, like as you kind of step away and you're maybe about 100 feet or so, that it just kind of gets back into a more flow oriented kind of way of moving.
Good, weird people.
So yeah,
Have fun with your work.
no response. Like he doesn't wave or anything. He just kind of goes. And you're able to venture. It takes you a little while, but you get to a the large structure. It is the one that he pointed out for a ways away. There are various tabletries and scrawlings on the outside of the building. But you get the sense that this is a place that he was talking about. As the stairway that leads up to it is carved in such a way that it resembles a scroll that has been pulled out, and you're able to basically like walk upon a scroll to enter this building. What would you like to do?
So there's like books and stuff to look at.
It's dark in here right now.
Oh, I'll cast light.
Okay. As you cast light, you'll see that there are different shelvings, different tables, rows and rows of different things that are collected. There are, looks like there's scroll tubes, tomes, stonework tablets, various other things kind of strewn about.
Yeah. Are there any markings to indicate like what's what, what's where? Like this aisle is history. This aisle is.
Yeah. Sure. So with you'll see that there's it's listed in a few different languages, one of which happens to be common, making it fairly easy for you. Uh, is there one that you're specifically looking for?
Just maybe the history of the area, and then just like anything that I might be able to learn, like magic wise.
Got you. You'll see that there is a section that is called verbal recounts recorded in recording of verbal accounts. There's not like an actual place, it's just called history, right? There's another one that is the founding of the Roaring Mountain. And then there's another one that's Tales and Whimsies of Agni. So those maybe fall under the category that you're looking for.
Yeah, the last two, the Roaring Mountain and the Tales, and is that a book that I can grab and take with me, or is it a whole section?
And there's stone
Sorry, what was
tablets. Like
that?
you go, it's like a whole section,
Oh,
and it's just a tablet, and each tablet is like a story.
I'm gonna delight myself with some stories, and I will spend my night reading as many of them as I can.
Okay. Uh, starting from the like, I guess you would say, quote unquote, beginning and going down, or are you just kind of picking randomly?
Uh, the Roaring Mountain, I want to read like just to like actually like learn the history of that. The Tales and Whimsies of Agni would just be like, I'll just randomly flip through,
Okay.
or well, not flip through tablets, but
Yeah,
just
yeah, I got
randomly
you.
read some.
Okay. You'll learn the Snoring Mountain. The origin is said to be what I think you wouldn't already. I think the information was given to you at some point, if not directly, then kind of loosely. That the Snoring Mountain is the result of Agni coming to Materia. Um, Agni came along from a shard of the skies, which came crashing in and gave birth to the mountain. And that is why Agni calls this area home. For a time that is beyond counting, Agni was slumbering, but then when it woke, it ventured out, and stepping out from its high top of the mountain, it saw that there was forest and individuals to play with, and it then became a playful, jovial kind of spirit of the area. That's kind of the initial history of the mountain, and then there's portions of it that go into people that came to the mountain, exploring it, then encountering Agni, Agni being a creature of fire and radiance, in introducing them to the central core where there is an abundance of heat and usable magma, and teaching them how to utilize the energy from the shard that fell from the sky to create the city, create the practices, and then a oral history that later became a written history of Forge Masters was developed. And it was very much in a spiritual kind of way of doing it rather than a, I guess you would say like a 9 to 5 grind. I don't know how else to put it. It was very much an expression of oneself, and it was passed on and taught. How throughout the whole time, Agni continued to be a very jovial, whimsical, playful fox spirit of the woods, protecting the area, protecting the mountain, ensuring that the foxwoods, the high pines, and all that would flourish and grow. There are, as you kind of transition to some of the tales of whimsy, uh, tales of people getting lost in the woods and Agni guiding them out, different types of festivals that used to be held for different parts of the year to kind of signify the change of seasons. The most common happened in the fall, which was called, basically loosely translates to Fox's Day. It's just when, the leaves of all the trees are orange and brown, kind of looking like a fox's coat. And that was the special day for Agni. Traditionally, people would put on foxes masks and celebrate and have fun. And it was a day of just, if you kind of remember being like a kid and like you had like super field day, it's just a day of just festivals, parties, doing activities outside, having a lot of fun. However, that is a practice that has been lost to the times because, well, Agni kind of eventually became secluded and, well, was literally split in half, from what you understand, or at least or injured severely. Other little things that you get, she was, or he was, or it was a very playful kind of prankster entity. Like, it never did anything to harm anyone, but it did like to mess with people in a kind of goofy way. One of the trials that was for the monastic forge masters were to be able to complete a piece while their companions were pulling pranks on their workstation. So either, not giving them the right oil to quench the material, or, not like, instead of giving them a hammer, they would give them a chisel to work with. Like, stupid little pranks. So very much like a prankster little entity. Yeah. Find yourself that this was a very interesting kind of childlike spirit.
Okay, I'd happily spend my night there reading. I don't care about exhaustion. I find it interesting. So, and the only other thing I would do while I'm there is, at one point, I would cast Detect Magic and just see if there's anything magical worth looking at.
Inside the library kind of area.
Yeah.
I haven't built that out enough. But I'm trying to think, like, what would be there. Yeah, I would say that there are a number of tablets and maybe some scrolls and stuff like that, because they're not just tablets, that would resonate of some kind of magic. Not necessarily like the most potent, but you're able to search and kind of look through some of them. Is there something that you would like to find potentially, or something that might be interesting, either for Rock or for CJ's sake?
I would need a quick minute to.
That's fine. You can even have a whole session if that's what you'd like. You know.
Yeah, just because we're kind of in a fire area, hey?
Fire,
No?
rock, but you're also keep in mind just knowing what Agni was. Playful, whimsical. Like if you think of like a Japanese kind of forest spirit, very much like that. Like seen as a protector, but seen as playful. You learn that Agni's favorite food is just minced meat dumplings, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of research, see if I can find anything that seems like it would fit in that area, just for funsies.
I will say
Um,
the only other thing, because you were doing some reading on that, and you're doing some history, there is an attempt to write down what Agni is. Agni truly does not have a physical form. Agni cannot, in a traditional sense, be killed. As long as a shard remains from the sky, Agni can reform over time. Though the strength of Agni is bound primarily into its two foxfire eyes, or gems. And this kind of goes into line with like the conversation that you heard me talk with Danny as Davis in his head, that it's okay to fail, it's okay to lose, it's okay to lose something and gain something new. Very much a how do you put it? An entity that is not bound by the same rules and laws as you guys are, if that makes sense. Though you never
all
get the
of
sense.
that,
Go ahead.
sorry. All of that last bit I'll actually like write down in my book.
Yeah.
Just on a page that I'll be able to hand to Davis, just so he gives us a little more information.
Gotcha. You will see that one thing that is never mentioned is that Agni is never referred to or denoted to as a deity. Because like you're reading about some of the things and that they say, but they never announce Agni as a deity or as a god or anything like that. That is definitely not what it is.
Okay. I'll make note of that too. And just
Okay.
again, just for Davis, that'll be something I pass off to him.
Gotcha. And then the last thing I need you to do, because you're my history guy, you were looking for histories of the mountain, so go ahead and roll me an investigation an investigation check. Not an or, just an investigation.
Investigation. It didn't do very well. 14.
14? Okay. Yeah, that's basically all you found. I was going to see if there's anything else that struck you. Cool.
Okay,
Thank you.
well that's where I'll spend my night.
Gotcha. And Pebble is happily joining you.
Yes.
Boop. Pebble. All right, Menagerie. What's everyone else doing before we probably call it a session?
Marveling at my new toy.
Glaive Gazam.
Should, eventually, I would have my whip back.
Yeah, easily.
But
In fact,
I'd be
I might even kind of unintentionally, disrespectfully, just kind of chuck it at you. Like, whoa, this here.
But okay. But
I
otherwise,
mean,
I'd probably be
thank you.
taking out the
Sorry.
glaive. Yeah. No, it's a different weapon altogether. Things took some getting used to.
Yeah, it felt good
This-
though. It's cool.
The crack is very satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this glaive, holy shit! You can't stop admiring it.
It's something.
Desummon it again. That was badass.
Okay. Whoosh, and then poof.
Oh,
The shape is kind of what is off, right? Al, you're used to the old shape that it used to have, but now, Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a glaive gazam has like a very much like a spike coming off of it, right?
Like a hook sort of off the back.
Yeah.
Like a bladed hook almost. I'm actually kind of mocking one up, so.
Yep. So it's Hearthguard. It's just Hearthguard. It's just different. It's gonna take some time to get used to seeing it.
I will say
That's
one thing that
nice.
kind of stands out is, well, Hearthguard was, it was like chunkier. This is like almost more streamlined, I would say. Like that was like big and bulky and impressive, but like this, I don't know. It's just a little more streamlined is really the best way to put it.
I'll go with that. Al, I will say his hair is still orange.
Oh,
Has
peculiar.
not.
And your hair's still green, but I don't know if we're looking at your green hair or not.
We don't talk about that anymore. Just
Actually,
don't.
no, yours would have grown out by now for sure, right?
Yeah, his is back to normal. Yeah.
We have been at this for a little while.
That's true.
But while it's not perfect, while his hair is imperfect, he's going to be doing daily, just constant disguise helps. Still keeping those up.
Got it. What else is going on, y'all? Mr. Sej or Karos, or are you guys good for the evening?
Do do do.
Not necessarily. Yeah. Like, I'm more than happy if we're good with calling it here and you guys wish to just say that you're going to take a long rest here and try to figure out what's going on next week. We can, by all means, do that.
Hey, my
I do have
microphone
one
stopped
thing I'd
working
like
for a
to add.
second.
Well, there he is.
Oh, there you go.
What was that, Sage?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm good. Sorry, I answered, but my microphone was off for some reason.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
you're good.
Yep. And I do have one thing I'd like to add.
Sure.
In spirit of Agni and what I've read, in the middle of the night, since I'm staying awake, once I suspect everyone's sleeping, but not like so that there's still 8 hours left. I would like to go to where they're sleeping and cast seeming so that they all look like Davis, except they're wearing fox masks in honor of that festival, except for me. And then I go back to the library and wait to see what happens in the morning.
Okay.
So do I look like I'm wearing a fox mask too?
Yep, you just get the fox
Gotcha.
mask.
Okay.
Everyone else looks like you wearing a fox mask.
Got it.
I will say, as a bit of flavor, this is not going to be like regular mechanics. As you do that, Rock, there's Davis. You'll see like where you would kind of imagine Davis would kind of keep the glaive. It's summoned as he's resting, but you'll see the wispy, and it's not the massive, oversized, flaming, roaring, pissed off head of Agni. But this little fox's head kind of apparates kind of from like Davis's chest as he's sleeping, and then winks at you and kind of gives you a nod, and then kind of fades back away.
I wink back and I'm just giddy as I run back to the library to continue my reading.
Very cool. Love it.
Have we figured out what god the Rock is the cleric of? He's not a god. Never mind.
I mean, Agni's not a god, but like he's still
That's true.
yeah. Cool. Oh, the freaking shiny now that I actually see it. Very cool. All right. So yeah, guys. Hopefully, even though that was mostly fighting, hopefully everyone had a good time. I think, yeah, we'll pick up next week with the recovery of the Snoring Mountain, I guess. I don't know what you guys plan on doing, but thanks for putting up with the delayed start and everything. Hope everyone had a good session.
Oh, good. It was fun.
That was a great
Call
time.
118 in the books, and then 119. We'll see what craziness y'all do. I kind of see some naming suggestions already for the glaive.
Yeah.
Don't mind those.
I got plenty of homework to do. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then I can work with you, Davis, and actually help you make it in Roll
D&D
20
Beyond.
and D&D Beyond, so that you have proper stats.
Cool.
But cool, guys. All sweet. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thank you those who watched and came by and said stuff. We will pick up next Friday, unless if something comes up. But I'm trying to think. I don't think anything really will. What's next Friday? 27th? Yeah. Cool.
On a very, very, very important note,
Mm-hmm.
the Oilers are beating Calgary 5-3. That's all.
All right.
That